I really commend the investments through the Nature Conservancy of Canada and Ducks Unlimited. In my own riding, the Napanee Alvar, the Nature Conservancy has bought a big chunk of that land. It's having a huge impact on the endangered species, the eastern loggerhead shrike, which is really important to our region, and I'm really proud of the fact that we've gone to great lengths to protect this species. And it highlights a big part of the report in corridors. Right, protective corridors for wildlife. We see that in the west, not so much in the east. I know that in the report we talked, Will Amos and myself spoke about corridor between Algonquin, La Vérendrye, and Adirondacks. And I know a number of people, a number of groups are trying to do that, but the conservation authorities are actually an organization that could play a really strong role in Ontario, and especially Eastern Ontario. But unfortunately, as you heard, the Ford government has cut funding for the conservation authorities. Just at a time of flooding, massive flooding that's happening in Eastern Ontario this year, and in past years, is cutting to the bone there. And the problem for the local conservation authorities is they'd love to buy this land, but their operational funding keeps getting less and less and less every year. Is there anything that we can do as a government to help offset that so that we can take advantage of this incredible resource to try to build that further connectivity and corridors in Eastern Ontario, Quebec, and upper state New York?
So thank you for the question. It's certainly a strong emphasis within the investments that we're making to look to enhance connectivity between existing protected areas where we can. And I think, as you note, there are a number of players who have interest in land, including conservation authorities, who can help to make some of those linkages. I've seen maps of various places in Canada, including Ontario, that show the kinds of contributions that these small landholders or land managers can make to creating those critical connections for wildlife. I think in the context of our current funding envelopes, those types of proposals are eligible and welcomed. It'll be, I think,
operational support though, or just for the purchase of the land?
For the purchase of the land is the predominant focus of our effort, and that's I think the reality of the current push that we're in, which is to seek that opportunity for protected areas and conserved areas establishment.
Okay, thank you. It's certainly something we need to consider, I think, down the road, and something that